If you are struggling with this very strange disorder that we call retroactive jealousy, unfortunately, chances are good you're probably doing a lot of damage to your relationship. Maybe you've done damage to your relationship in the past, or at the very least, you run the risk of doing damage to your relationship moving forward into the future. If you feel like you have done some damage to your relationship as a result of retroactive jealousy, fear not. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to start repairing some of the damage to your relationship that retroactive jealousy may have caused. My name is Zachary Stockill, and since 2013, I've been helping men and women from all over the world overcome retroactive jealousy and save their relationships. If you'd like to connect with me, work with me one-on-one, or you'd just like more information about my work, please visit my website at retroactivejealousy.com. Okay, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm going to be a little bit rusty today. I haven't sat down to record new videos in several months. I did a big backlog of videos several months ago. I went on a long trip. I just moved into a new house. There's a lot going on. I haven't recorded videos in a while. So if I'm a little rusty, please bear with me. All that said, I wanted to record today's video because it's very important. Today's video is all about how to start repairing some of the damage that retroactive jealousy can cause relationships. Now, as you probably know, I've been working on this issue of retroactive jealousy since 2013, more than a decade now. I've worked with well over 1,000 one-on-one coaching clients. I've heard every potential story about retroactive jealousy that you could imagine. And some retroactive jealousy sufferers cause a lot of damage to their relationship as a result of retroactive jealousy. So with this, I mean a lot of retroactive jealousy sufferers ask their partner a million questions, shame their partner for their past, get downright abusive, at least emotionally abusive, toward their partner because of their partner's past. Retroactive jealousy can create a lot of distance between people. It can create a lot of hurt feelings and bad situations. And retroactive jealousy can cause our partners a tremendous amount of pain. And even if the person struggling with retroactive jealousy doesn't necessarily talk about it with their partner or doesn't even necessarily ask them questions about their partner's past, people are smart. And I think that the partner of the retroactive jealousy sufferer, at the very least, will be able to sense some distance between them. Will be able to sense their partner pulling back a little bit, or maybe they're not as close or as happy or as peaceful as they were before. And as always, because this term is relatively unknown, I should mention that for the people here for the first time, the term retroactive jealousy refers to unwanted intrusive thoughts, often obsessive curiosity, and what I call mental movies about your partner's past relationships. If you may or may not know, I'm a former retroactive jealousy sufferer myself, and back a million years ago, when I was dealing with this very strange disorder, I caused a lot of damage to my relationship, damage that I still regret to this day because I know I caused that person a lot of pain, not a very nice feeling. So if you are if you're a retroactive jealousy sufferer and you feel like you might be doing some damage to your relationship, I think you are going to want to hang around and watch the rest of this video. Before I get into it, I have to do the standard YouTuber thing and just say, if you're watching this channel, if you appreciate my work, please subscribe below. Please click the like button, leave a comment. I respond to as many comments as I can. I'd love to hear from you. Again, I know that every YouTuber does this, but it really does help the channel, helps the algorithm and all that stuff. So please like, subscribe, comment, and do all that wonderful stuff for me. Okay, so how to start repairing relationship damage caused by retroactive jealousy. Number one, and this is obvious, but I just have to say it, start overcoming this problem. Do whatever you need to do to start gathering the necessary information, perspectives, tools, whatever, to start getting a handle on this problem. And solving this problem starts first and foremost with owning it 100%. This is not to say your partner is a perfect angel who's never done anything wrong. Of course not. I'm just saying for anything in life to change, we need to own it. Like if we have a problem that we want to solve, we need to own it 100%. Your partner cannot solve this problem for you. I don't care how much they love you. I don't care, yada, yada, yada. No one can solve this problem except for you. So schedule that appointment with the therapist, read that book, take that course, schedule a call with a good coach or someone who you feel like has a grasp on this issue. At the very, very least, start trying new things to start getting a handle on this problem as soon as possible. Next, in the interest of saving your relationship and limiting the damage done, stop the bleeding. In other words, identify exactly what you're doing that is not helping the relationship. Identify exactly what you're doing that is actually creating more distance between you and your partner, that is making the situation worse. It's interesting to note that quite often in life, when we're trying to solve a problem, the first thing we need to do is simply stop doing what isn't working. Number one, identify what isn't working and then be absolutely diligent and stop doing that. Sometimes people write to me and they talk about the damage their retroactive jealousy is causing their relationship. And they give me a bunch of excuses about, well, I can't help myself and I can't help abusing my partner emotionally and I can't help asking them a million questions and all that stuff. I realize better than anyone on the planet how difficult this problem is to solve and to overcome. I get it, but there's no excuse for giving away your power like that, for saying I'm helpless and I can't help my words and my actions. Of course you can. You're an adult. You can handle it. So don't put this problem on your partner to solve. Don't start creating more fights and more drama and more problems. Stop the bleeding immediately. So assuming you've actively started trying new things to solve this problem, and assuming you're not making the problem worse by continuing to do what isn't working, the next step, in my opinion, is to try to remember what drew you to your partner in the first place and vice versa. What drew these two mysterious people together? What brought you together? What was that attraction based on? What was that intrigue based on? What was that chemistry based on? And think broadly with this question. I think it's useful to remember that quite often what draws two people together in the beginning can keep them together over the long term. So maybe it was some shared interests, maybe it was a shared commitment to personal growth, or maybe it was a shared interest in deeper intimacy. Whatever it was, try to remember what drew you to your partner in the first place. Try to start thinking about how you can inject more of that energy into your relationship more often. For example, if you and your partner used to really enjoy going out to a nice restaurant once in a while, and it's been a while since you've been to a certain restaurant or maybe the place you met or whatever, schedule a date, take her there or take him there or whatever. If you and your partner used to like going to the beach when you first got together, whether it was 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, schedule a date, take her to the beach, take him to the beach. The point is, remember what drew you together in the first place and start creating opportunities or situations where you can recall some of that energy and start injecting some of that energy back in your relationship. And on a related note, I realize this is easier said than done when you're struggling with retroactive jealousy, but have more fun. Retroactive jealousy can create a tremendous amount of just heavy conversations and depression and anxiety and nasty fights and all these deep questions about the past and sometimes about the future. Try your best to live now. We don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes from now, let alone 5 years from now. And ultimately, what's most important in life, I think, is having more and more opportunities and creating more opportunities to live firmly in the now and have a good time, enjoy yourself. Try to put your concerns about your partner's past on the back burner, even just for a couple of hours once in a while, or even just half a day, or maybe a whole day if you feel like that's a possibility for you. Have fun. Stop trying to figure out if they're the one. Stop trying to figure out if you're meant to spend your life with them, or if the past really matters and all these things. Because remember that nothing in life is guaranteed except for death and taxes, as the saying goes. We never know how much time we're going to have left. And we certainly don't know how much time we're going to have left with our partner. We don't know the future. We don't know anything about it. So live now and try to create more opportunities to have fun, whatever fun looks like for you. I'm kind of nerdy. So fun for me is playing guitar and jamming with people, watching nerdy documentaries, going to the beach, things like that. And I like enjoying a lot of those things with my partner. That's fun for me. Your definition of fun, you and your partner's definition of fun might be the same. It might be slightly different. But whatever brings you joy and whatever brings you and your partner joy together, whether it was 10 years ago or right now, try to have more fun and schedule those moments. Schedule time for fun. You can still have your concerns about their past. You can still have your concerns about the future. All that's fine. Just give yourself an hour off, 2 hours off. Just give yourself permission to not be thinking about this for an hour or two or what have you. And with that, I'm not trying to say that you're trying to think about your partner's past, but many retroactive jealousy sufferers continually ask themselves questions like, does the past matter? Does their past matter? Are we compatible long-term? Yada, yada. If that sounds like you, try to give yourself permission once in a while to just put those questions on the back burner and have some fun. So there you have it, a few thoughts on getting started repairing some of the relationship damage that retroactive jealousy often causes. If you benefited from this video, please take a minute to let me know by clicking the like button below. Please be sure you are subscribed to my channel, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.